Well, good morning. It is a very cold and frosty morning here in North Carolina. So just to keep you informed of what's going on the channel, I'm going to change up my format a little bit on my channel. I'm going to try and produce 2 videos every week. One of my standard videos that I produce on Mondays, and then I'm going to produce a second video on Thursday. And that's going to be a down and dirty, just a how-to video on how to do something. And this week's video is the settings I use on my camera when I'm taking bird photography. So come along and enjoy this adventure. So there are 4 settings that I will change on my camera when I get out of the box. The first setting that I'll change is I'll take it from program mode or automatic mode to aperture priority. And the reason why I do that is, first of all, if it's in program mode, I can't make any other changes. The second thing is that when it is in program mode, it will take okay pictures, but once you get it into the software and you try to edit those pictures go from okay pictures to not so okay pictures. So the first setting I do is change it to aperture priority. Now on my camera, there's a wheel right next to the shutter release, and when I'm looking through the camera and I open the shutter all the way, it will increase the shutter speed, and when I close the aperture, it will decrease the shutter speed. So this is really good that you're in a situation where you're taking pictures and it's getting dark out and you want to have a faster shutter speed. You just open up the aperture. The second setting that I change is the ISO. So I change it from automatic to manual. On this camera, I have it set to 1000 ISO as a standard, but again, if I'm in a situation where it's getting later in the day and it's getting darker out and I have a slower shutter speed and I've already opened my aperture as far as it will go, then I'll have to start increasing my ISO to get those faster shutter speeds. So you got to kind of manage your camera a little bit more. It's a little bit more difficult, but once you start doing this, it becomes automatic. You just start doing this. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't take that much energy to do it. Once you learn that you're doing it, and once you start seeing the pictures you get, it makes a big difference. The third setting that I change is the file format that the pictures are recorded in. I don't record in JPEG, I record in RAW. And the reason for that is that RAW pictures can be converted to JPEG. JPEG cannot be converted to RAW. When you get these pictures into your software on your computer, JPEGs really limit to how much you can edit those pictures. It really limits how much you can edit the pictures. It limits the changes you can make, and it also is a much smaller file. So if you crop a picture by 50%, it makes a huge difference compared to a RAW picture. So shooting in RAW does have its disadvantages. You are going to be taking up a lot more storage on your SD or CF card, and the camera does record these images slower to those cards because they're much bigger files. The last setting that I change is the focus operations, which means that is when the camera focuses. It's not what it focuses on, it's when it focuses. So you can have it set up so that it focuses, you focus on something, and the first shot and every shot after that will be focused at the same distance. The one I use is all servo, which means that it changes for every shot. So if I have a bird flying through the woods, I have an animal running through the woods, I get my camera on there, and every time I take a picture, the camera changes the focus. And this is really good for wildlife photography because you want it to do that because you want those really good pictures. Well, I hope this video helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon member. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy, and I want to thank you for watching.